Good to see you. Yes, I'm okay. What about you? Can you hear me well?
I'm fine. Yes, I can.
Very
And
good.
you?
Yes, perfectly. Perfectly. I think Lucia was already there waiting for the link, so she should be joining us in a moment.
Yeah, yes. I believe the others are entering Zoom in a moment.
While we are here, I would like to thank you once again.
I like too much these classes.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I like too much these classes. Is a good form to practice in reality form here. It's very good.
I can hear a lot of improvement already on your side, Andre. I can hear you are much more confident while speaking. Do you feel more confident nowadays?
Yes, I feel more confident. I don't have um, I don't have afraid of commit mistakes because here I can I can make mistakes and you can uh, help me.
That's right. That's the whole point of the interactivity, because the more used we get to interact with each others in real life examples, I think the quicker we are into feeling it's okay. Mistakes are part of the our learning journey, and even myself, I make mistakes sometimes, but every time you improve your repertoire of new words, new expressions, every time it will sound more clear, even though sometimes mistakes can happen. Sometimes you use the wrong verb or the wrong auxiliary verb or the modal verb, whatever the situation, the conjugation is different, but it doesn't matter. The message gets across. And I can see now Lucia has joined us.
Yes.
Hello, Lucia. Are you there? And someone else is joining us. Serginho as
Serginho
well.
too.
Very good. I can't hear Lucia or Serginho. Let me see if it's already. No, the microphone.
Yes.
Ah, yes, I hear you now, Lucia.
Mm-hmm. iPad. I mean, I was in Facebook on Facebook.
Ah, you were on
I
the.
wait you
I
on Facebook.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this
Now
live.
I connect with Zoom. I forgot.
Yes, because this live session we are doing in Zoom because
Mm.
it's our own little member group, so it's just us here. But we can put this online later on. Generally, I am recording this live session now, and I will put in our YouTube channel only for the members to watch, and I will add in our Google Classroom. And but I will ask you in a minute a few things. But Serginho, can you hear us? Do you hear us well?
tirar aqui, que calor já.
Okay, Serginho is not there at the moment. Maybe he's having some problems. So, my friends, very good to see you.
E o André? And André?
André is there as well.
I'm here. I'm listening you.
Ah,
And
In next week, I. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
Camboriú.
Yes, I went in Camboriú, and the next week I will go a crazy trip because I will go to Recife, but I go on the bus.
Wow.
48 hours in the bus.
Wow!
48 hours to meditation and practicing English.
Very good.
Yes. Good for study. A lot.
Yes, you have a lot of
My
time to
God.
listen to the podcast, say André, I'm sure.
A lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I will record and I will have a lot of time.
When are you traveling, André? When?
Uh, I will 14.
On the 14th.
14
I see. So
on
today
the 14th.
today is the
Next week. Next week.
which day is today, guys? Today is the 9th. So it will be
Monday.
14 Monday.
next Monday.
Monday.
So I've got good news. The
Ah.
good news is that I have already made the script number 4, and it is scheduled to be published on Monday. So on Monday, you should receive a message on your email that there is a new material on the Google Classroom. But let me ask you, Lucia, are you having any difficulties to access the Google Classroom?
No. Don't have problem.
No problem. Excellent. Because
No problem. No problem.
very good. Oh, Ivonete has
Ivonete
just joined
here.
us.
Here.
Hello, Ivonete. How are you?
Tiagi, just a moment. I'm preparing here. I suppose it's okay.
Good to see you. It has been a long time.
Okay.
You have been very busy, have you?
It's okay.
Ivonete live in a good place, no? Good place. Beautiful place. No?
In São Lourenço. Yes, I love this place.
I saw many photos, pictures on Facebook. I saw many photos on Facebook.
Yes, I love take.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure for me to take pictures.
Very, very wonderful pictures.
And
Wonderful.
she enjoys traveling a lot, no, Ivonete? You always go to beautiful places on earth.
It's okay. It's my work. It's my work. It's my pleasure. It's my professional earnings, and I love what I do, and because of this, I continue traveling a lot. Although I'm retired for more than 20 years, but I continue working because it's very nice for me. It's very nice for the people who travel with me. And I continued with health and this disposition. And I don't know if this word exists, but
Yeah, this position, definitely, yeah.
with elan, with disposition, it's right. Okay. And sometimes I invent some words. Well, this month I will go to São Tomé das Letras. Next month I will go to Conservatória. And in August I will go to German.
Germany.
And so I continue preparing my baggage. My baggage. Each month I have to prepare my baggage.
Which part do you go to Germany? Which part?
I beg pardon?
Berlin. Which part do you go?
In Germany. The beginning of the trip is Berlin. And the after we go to Frankfurt and München. How can I say in English? Munich. In English, Munich. In Munich.
I think
because
Munich,
in German is Munich. Munich, I don't know. Yes. And so, but it's not a too long trip. It's a short trip. It's only 10 days in German because the euro is too expensive for us, for Brazilian people. And so I became the trip shorter for not to be expensive. And so this is the way that I found to manage with the inflation and with our devaluate the real.
My cousin lived in Bonn, in Germany. He was lived in Bonn. He speaks that is a good city in Bonn.
And who's that, Andre?
There are many golds.
Many trophies, yes.
My cousin.
Your cousin.
Trophies. Congratulations.
Andre is a champion.
The trophies is the chess.
Yes, you are champion.
Of the chess.
Chess champion. Oh, congratulations.
Yes, many trophies.
You know, Andre, I have been wanting...
I said that my...
I was just saying that I've been
Wonderful.
I've been wanting to play you a game, but I am a little bit scared to play you a game. One day I will. Don't worry.
Oh, I think in some moments that I play, but I scare when I hear you. Hear some instruments.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Percussion instruments.
Are you professional in chess? Or it is only for pleasure?
I was. I was. No, I studied too much years ago, but just now it's other moments for other intents.
Right.
And how long did you practice chess, Andre?
I practice how professional 8, 9 years. 9 years. But when I was child, I played in a school. After I I when uh, when I I am blind. I don't know that chess was. I don't know that chess was um, adapted for blind people. I discovery that is possible in 2080 years. In 2080.
So when did you
And I
start
play
playing, Andre? When did you start playing? How old were you?
I play in school 8 years, 9 years,
Since
or
you were 8 years old.
more or less 8 or 9 years old. But but
Who was
when
your teacher?
sorry.
Who was your teacher?
Oh, my teacher, uh, my teacher, the name is Sergio Mazeto.
Mm,
Is a good professor.
you, he was a good teacher.
Oh
He
yes,
was a
he is a good teacher because he is my teacher of chess now.
Amazing.
For me,
Amazing.
it's very difficult to learn. Yes, I didn't get it. It's very difficult for me. It's
Oh,
necessary a lot of concentration.
I believe I said many times that English is very difficult to me. When I stopped to say the English is very deep. No, English is a language, and I believe that I can speak. I study too much, and just now I can uh, say something in English.
That's right. Our mind
Of
uh,
course,
can.
you need the motivation to learn something and considering that this thing is not difficult, because if you are really interested in learning something, this will be easier. But in fact, I didn't I wasn't motivated in learning chess. In fact,
I
yes.
can say that when you can learn chess, you can you have a universal language. Chess is only form that I know uh, in, all the countries, all the people. Uh, it's a similar form, and you learn English in qualquer lugar. I don't remember. You can
Anywhere.
play chess
Anywhere.
uh, anywhere. Anywhere you can play chess.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, it's like music. No? It's like music. It's easy to communicate anywhere.
Yes, yes, music too.
So our friend Serginho left. I don't know if he could hear us because I could not hear him saying anything. So let's see if he'll come back. But my friends, I just wanted to say a few words based on our program. We are now going to start on Monday the script number 4. I will be publishing. It's already made. I've already worked on it. And on Monday, it will be published. Now, as you have seen, I am centralizing all the materials in only one classroom now because I wasn't familiar with Google Classroom. It's a new tool for me. So I discovered later that every new class was a new classroom. So, and it was getting a bit confusing because there are so many codes, different links and all this. So we decided now to do only in all the materials will be under one classroom. Hello, Serginho is back now. And this classroom is going to be the same. I will continue add new materials, and these materials you will be able to access separately. So it will be script number 1 and everything connected to the script number 1, script number 2, script number 3, and so on. Okay, so I will be posting these things in advance, and I will schedule to be published only in the certain dates. So for example, now next Monday, script number 4, it will be published. Then we have 1 week to work on it. And then I will also record the video class of that script. And then we wait another week working with the video, the video class that I'm produced after you do the homework, the exercises, and then I will publish the following script. Now, in the end of this month, on the 24th of May, I will be going to Portugal for 10 days. And I will be online, but I don't know how will be my connection there because I will be in a retreat. So I will already have the materials prepared for you. And every Monday, a new video will be published. A new material will be published. Either it is a new script, either it is a new video class. Okay? We are not going to have live sessions during these 10 days. That's the only thing I will not be able to do with you because I will be not available to do live classes. But we can catch up with our live classes after I return. And I intend to return on the 6th of June if nothing goes different from my plans. And so that's why I wanted to say that to you. So don't worry, you will carry on having new new materials. Also, I will be also already recording new podcasts. So every Sunday you will have a new podcast to carry on your journey, carry on new idioms and different expressions and enriching your language as much as I can help you. So I wanted to say just that for the moment.
Oh, you go to Portugal for play guitar in Portugal?
Not really, Andre. Not this time. This time I will be in a retreat with a teacher of mine, and his name is Muji. He's a spiritual teacher, and I know Muji since I lived in London since 2004, and I used to travel with this teacher doing retreats in Europe because I was helping him as a sound engineer, doing the recordings and helping with the microphones and all this kind of sound equipment type of job. And then since we moved back to Brazil in 2010, I haven't seen him for about 8 years now. So there will be an opportunity to be with this teacher of ours again. So I don't know, I might not even take my guitar this time because I'm going in a very small backpack, travel light.
Oh, but there are many guitars in Portugal.
Yes, there should be some guitars available there.
What kind of spiritual line?
It is called Advaita Vedanta. I will put on the chat. The website is muji.org. Anyway, there are many videos on YouTube. It's a line of, it's called traditionally Advaita Vedanta, which stands for non-duality. Is a non-dual philosophy, if you want to call like this. And it's a kind of a self-investigation, a self-inquiry. And there has been some teachers in India who belonged to this tradition. And Muji is like the third teacher of his line of teachers. He learned with somebody who had learned with another teacher. So he's a kind of a third generation kind of teacher on this traditional particular line of philosophy. In India, there are many different aspects of spirituality. You know, India is very rich. Like Brazil, I would say, Brazil, we brought Muji twice to Brazil, and his impression on Brazil, Brazil was something like a fruit salad of spirituality, because there are many tendencies in Brazil, many tendencies. And so it's like this.
I studied with Indian, when a teacher Indian.
An Indian teacher?
But was only Vedas therapist.
Okay, Vedic therapy.
Vedic therapy.
You mean massage therapy?
Don't only massage. When I studied with this professor, there is other therapies too, but massaging, I studied a little about Indian massage, but I prefer Japanese massage.
I see. Mm-hmm. Yes. Lucia, share something with us. You've been very quiet.
I'm impressed with interview about Duduzo.
Yes, Duduzo.
Wow, very impressed. Because the friend put cocaine inside the perfume box. No?
Yes.
Good friend, no?
Oh, my days, yes.
My gosh.
Yes. Very crazy story.
Very crazy situation now.
We don't know now what exactly happened. If she knew or if she didn't know. I didn't ask her in the interview, And but in the end, she had to spend 3 years in jail, and it was very difficult for her. Very difficult. But something beautiful happened in that process that she was there in prison. She started to sing, and she became an actress and a singer in prison, basically. So she had that reawakening, or she was reborn, let's call it, because she said it was the hardest experience in her life to be in prison for such a long time, 3 years or something. But music, it was what saved her soul, and gave her motivation to carry on living. So it was a very touching interview for me as well. To interview her, it was very difficult in many moments because her story was so tough, and now she is fighting for the Brazilian prison system to improve, because as in her own words, it's not a place for you to improve, it's a place for you to die. So yes, it was very touching. I didn't plan this interview. I'll tell you quickly how it happened, the little story. I met a friend one day. I was in São José dos Campos, where I am from and where my parents live. And a friend of mine, she lives in America. She lives in San Francisco. And she was visiting for a few days. So I said, let's meet up and sit together and talk a bit. So we met, and she was with her cousin. And her cousin, she knew Duduzo, and she's a lawyer, and she was helping Duduzo with her campaign. She has a campaign in Instagram, I think. It's called Duduzo, in Facebook. It's called Duduzo Tem Voz, because she is fighting for her rights to stay in the country and to have her freedom again. So we were just talking on the bar, just chatting, and she said, look, there's this person that I'm helping, and she asked if we could take a picture, and then in the piece of paper it was written Duduzo Tem Voz, and just to show our support to her campaign. And I did that. I have a picture in my Instagram account that we were in the bar, so I wrote Duduzo Tem Voz and I held the sign. But then later on, I thought, maybe that would be a great interview for the podcast. So I invited her, and she was very happy. And you will see, I think that her interview, there will be 4 parts because it was a long interview. And she was very emotional because it was her first time that she could express and tell her story as it happened in English, which is her natural language. And she was very touched with the opportunity to speak English because she had to learn Portuguese in prison. So her Portuguese is very basic. And with me, she was just completely natural, and she was very happy with that, So I was very happy for that too. So it was a brilliant moment.
Tiagi,
Yes.
When you can, send for us material about the your experience in India, spiritual materials Indian. To me, it's very interesting.
Very nice, Andre. It is a subject that I like to talk about a lot Of course, I like to put this in context with sometimes my trips, sometimes my encounters. But thanks for reminding me. It is something that I do enjoy. I do enjoy a lot. I would like to say that on the script number 4, I have started now to add a few grammar points also that I feel it would be important for us to practice. So from the next script now, there would be a lesson attached to it, and you will be able to see this anytime, because even after the 6 months, I'm not going to take this material. So this material is going to be there, and this classroom you will be able to access anytime. But I have added some new lessons, and this particular lesson is about active and passive verbs. It's very simple, but you will see is in a doc. Now, Andrea, if you have any problems reading the document file, is a doc, actually it's not PDF this time, let me know, because I could transform this in PDF with no problem. But if you can read also word by word in doc, then it should be fine.
I have Word in my computer and in my mobile. I believe that I can problem with this archive. I can open the last music in classroom. I don't remember the name.
The all that is.
Yes, so that is. I can
You could
open this
not
archive.
open?
I will try again, but no.
Did anybody else have that problem, not being able to open the doc file?
No.
No.
I prefer PDF.
You prefer
I
PDF?
will go.
Yes, I prefer, but it's no problem.
I will
Okay.
go try again.
Yes, let me know if you have any problem opening that, because it should work as PDF. Doc should work the same, but sometimes Google Classroom prefers PDF than Doc. I don't know. I'll keep my eye into that. Another thing I wanted to tell you is that from now on, anytime you would like to have a session with me, a private class, because then it can be about anything, can be about present perfect continuous tense, can be about future with will, future with going to, or you want me to help you with a translation, whatever is your need, from now on, I will be available for one-to-one classes, not group classes, okay? Now this time, this would be one-to-one classes from approximately 1 hour to 1 hour and a half, more or less, okay? And that's kind of a session that I tend to charge for 35, 40 reais, depending on the time of the class. I don't do this price outside this member plan. Outside the member plan is more. I tend to charge 50 something when I do one-to-one classes, but for the members, I'm keeping the price in 35 reais for the session, one-to-one session. So from now on, I will be available to do that as well. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with our live sessions. Our live sessions is part of our program. So that is something that we will carry on, continue doing every other week. We should be having this moment together to touch base, to see how everybody is doing progress, because One thing I am feeling now, we are getting into the conditions to start creating more interactivity, not only with the materials that I am providing, but with you guys, each other, to start talking with each other, but with some suggestions. So, for example, I will explain. The plan for me in the end of the 6 months is that every one of you should be able or should feel confident enough to be able to do a podcast interview with someone. Okay? And of course, there are many ways you can do that. You can do an interview in many ways. As you have been watching my podcast, you have seen how many ways I have been putting out material there. The way I started is very different now the way I'm doing. So there are many ways we could work on this podcast together. But before we do that, we will start doing small interviews with each other. Of course, we don't need to be invasive. We don't need to be like to ask things that will make us not feel comfortable. It's not the point. The point is just to start having more motivation for you guys to interact with each other, because I think you could learn a lot from this experience, not only interacting with the suggested materials. Okay, we have less than 1 minute. I am willing to carry on this call. If you can, I will send you another link. Is that okay for everybody that we stay a little bit longer? Another 15 minutes or something?
For me, it's not possible.
No
I have
problem.
some things to do now.
I can.
Okay. André is available. Lucia, you can continue a little bit longer, or you have other commitments?
I hate this. Do you?
Phrasal verbs, yes.
Yeah. I hate.
You hate the phrasal verbs.
I this.
But when we put in a context, it becomes much easier. If any piece of the language, if you start looking at it separately, is more difficult. But within the context,